Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at the new toll rates that are going to be charged on the PJ Patterson Highway or the east-west leg or Highway 2000, and also the rates at the Portmore toll plaza are going to be increased. So basically the Trans-Jamaica Highway, they operate 4 toll plazas in Jamaica, and they're increasing the rate at all 4. So they operate the Portmore Toll Plaza. That's the toll plaza on the Portmore Expressway that takes you from Kingston to Portmore. And for a class 1 vehicle, the current rate is $2.90 and the new rate is going to be $3.40. Now these new rates take effect on July 9th of this year. If you have a class 2 vehicle, the current rate is $4.70 and the new rate is going to be $5.50. And if you have a class 3 vehicle, the old rate was $8.70 and the new rate is going to be $1,020. Now that's the Portmore Expressway. Now the east-west leg of Highway 2000, also known as the PJ Patterson Highway, Trans-Jamaica Highway operates 3 toll plazas on that road. So the Spanish Town rates for class 1, currently it's $2.10, that's going to $2.40. Class 2, the current rate is $3.20, the new rate is going to be $3.70. And for class 3, the current rate is $5.90 and that's going to go to $6.80. Now the Vineyards Toll Plaza, for class 1, the current rate is $5.50, the new rate is going to be $600. For class 2, the current rate is $8.10 and the new rate is going to be $900. For class 3, the current rate is $1,510 and the new rate is going to be $1,800. Now the Maypen Toll Plaza, for class 1, the current rate is $150 and the new rate is going to be $190. For class 2, the current rate is $250 and the new rate is going to be $300. And for class 3, the current rate is $500 and the new rate is going to be $570. So when the east-west leg of Highway 2000 was being built, that's the highway from Kingston to, well, originally the highway was to run from Kingston all the way to Montego Bay, but it was determined that the highway, it would have been too expensive to build that highway all at once. So the highway was broken up into pieces. So the piece from Maypen to Sandy Bay would be one leg, and from Sandy Bay to Mandeville would be another leg, and then from Kingston to Ocho Rios would be another leg, and then Kingston to Portmore would also be built. So the bids were put out for persons interested in building the highway, and a French company called Bogues, they won the bid basically to build the Kingston to Sandy Bay leg of the highway, and they also would build the Kingston to Portmore leg of the highway. Now these highways were going to be toll roads. So Bogue, the French company, they set up a Jamaican company called Trans-Jamaica Highway, and they were the majority shareholder in the company. So Trans-Jamaica Highway now was given a 35-year concession for the design, the construction, the operation, and the maintenance of the Highway 2000 east-west leg. And that highway is the one that runs from Kingston to Sandy Bay. It's actually 43 kilometers, and that runs from Kingston to Maypen. And Trans-Jamaica Highway was also given they also built the road from Portmore, or the road between Kingston and Portmore, and that road is the Portmore Expressway, and that's 6.5 kilometers. So the way it worked is this company, Trans Jamaica Highway, would use the French contractor, would use a French company as a contractor, and they would build the road and they would pay for the road. The NROC also put some money into building the road, and NROC was the company the government set up to protect their interests. But 69% of the cost of the highway was Trans Jamaica Highway would have to pay for it. So in order for them to get back the money that they put in, they would charge a toll on the highway. Now, the Jamaican government had to set up the Toll Act. This was in 2002, that allowed persons to operate, private companies to operate the toll roads in Jamaica, because there were no toll roads in Jamaica before. So under the Toll Act now, the toll authority was created, and they are in charge of monitoring the concessions that Trans Jamaica Highway has in terms of collecting the toll. So the way it works to get a toll increase is Trans Jamaica Highway on the 1st of July every year can increase the toll on the highway, but they have to apply to the toll authority for the increase. So let's say they apply to the toll authority and the toll authority approves it. The Trans Jamaica Highway then has 7 days in which to inform the public that the toll is going to be increased, and then they can start collecting a new toll 10 days after the toll has been approved. The toll authority approves the rate increase. So that's what happened in this case, and the Trans Jamaica has put out ads in the newspaper. They put out radio ads basically informing the public that the toll is going to be increased and what the new toll rates are going to be, and the effective date of this increase is July 9th of this year. So every July, why do I keep saying January? Every July, the toll can be increased if the toll authority approves it, and more than likely the toll authority will approve it. And according to the toll authority now, they use certain things to approve the toll increase, one of which is they use the exchange rate between a Jamaican dollar and the US dollar as a basis for the toll increase, and also they use the consumer price index, the US consumer price index. So basically whenever there are movements in the US consumer price index or the Jamaica exchange rate, they say those are the things that they look at when approving the toll increase. So basically that's what happened in this case, and the toll rates have been increased. So it's just the highway that Trans Jamaica Highway is responsible for, and that's what is currently now the PJ Patterson Highway. The North-South Highway is not affected by this toll increase because they have a separate concession agreement with the government, and they operate off a different schedule and system. So you guys can leave a message in the comment section below to let us know what you think about the rate increases or the toll. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.